Welcome to Alberta. No trees, just rolling hills. It's flat. Yeah, last night I stayed in Taber, Alberta. That is not a very truck-friendly town. I was out of hours, so I didn't really have much of a choice. Pulled into the Walmart there, and about 60% of that parking lot was big rigs. That place was packed with big rigs. That town needs a truck stop. When over half of a Walmart parking lot is big rigs, and they were well organized, they were nice and neat, lined up. I lined up beside another one. That's a lot of trucks. I didn't even think of counting how many trucks, but it was a lot of trucks in there. The school bus passed me and seems to not be able to do the speed limit now that it's passed me. Funny how that works, huh? Yeah, the parking lot was so full I had to park near the front of the store. So I set an alarm to wake up half an hour before the store opened. I figured a lot of the rigs would have cleared out by then and I could move to the back of the yard until I can legally get moving again for my hours of service. There were still a lot of big rigs there, but I did find a space and moved to the back of the parking lot so that the staff and the customers have some space. Still got a good solid 7 hours of sleep. I like getting at least 7.5 to 8 hours, but 7 hours from time to time, once here, once there, it doesn't affect me. If I started doing that every day, yeah, I'd be a walking zombie. Or a driving zombie, and that would not be good. Never fueled up yesterday. So I'm trying to think of where we should fuel up. Got a quarter tank. Quarter tank. I should be able to make it to Swift Current. We'll have to see. About 40 kilometers from Medicine Hat. I could fuel up there, but it's kind of way out of the way. Blue sky. Forecast is calling for a lot of clouds to come this way, so we'll enjoy the blue, sunny sky. Beautiful. Feels good. Feels good after all that cloud the last couple of days. Feels like weeks, but so in 40 kilometers when we hit Medicine Hat, our speed limit ups to 110. I can only do 104, 105 with this truck. Yeah, I think 104 is where it cuts out. But that's still 4 kilometers faster than I'm doing now. Wow, that'd be 4 kilometers faster than I would be doing now if I wasn't following a bus. Little valley. Of course, as we climb, there's no chance of passing the bus, and it's staying close enough to speed limit anyway. I shouldn't complain. Shall merge as well. Wide load, what do we got? Looks like it's loaded off center, so a lot more of it's on the shoulder than in the center lane. Oh, we don't know what it is, it's tarped. Big cylinder it looks like, so. Interesting. That must have been fun tarping something like that. Yikes. I like how the video, the horizon line is pretty much dead on center. Half the screen is landscape and half of it's sky. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, even if that means seeing my hood. Yeah, it's way too much, isn't it? Yeah, it's back where it was. There we go. You can barely see my hood. Why not? Going into another valley. Manitoba plates. That's where we're headed. Today's Tuesday already, so I'll unload tomorrow morning in Manitoba. And yesterday I wasn't sure if we could make it today, but quite confident that we will make it today. Something would have to go wrong if I didn't. So unload in Manitoba tomorrow. So Wednesday. Wonder if I can get a load Thursday afternoon somewhere in BC. Yeah, these Manitoba runs almost take up the whole week, don't they? Three and a half days worth at least. You never know, maybe they'll get me a load in Calgary again. That'd be nice. Much better than running back all the way empty. Okay, got a passer here. Dead deer on the side of the road. Man, last night oh man, did I see elk and deer just everywhere. I don't think I've ever seen so many elk. It looked like a field of cattle. Elk upon elk upon elk. People still waving here on Highway 3. That stops as soon as we hit Highway 1 because it's a divided highway for the most part. Because I got up a little earlier today morning, I also had a chance to fix that clearance light on our trailer that's been out. If I had realized that our license plate light is out as well, I took a look at it, it's corroded, so I have to just get a new light and a new little pigtail and do a little bit of electrical work. But did that with a clearance light today morning. Nice and quick. But of course, as soon as I fix one defect, you find another one. Remember this. 7 persons. Nice little polo to sleep on. Really, since before Lethbridge, there has been no polo. This is the first one. And Saskatchewan's even worse. There's nowhere to sleep in Saskatchewan. just a couple of truck stops that are always packed for that reason. What is going on here? They're attaching a tow rope, so they're going to pull a truck backwards? Interesting. Don't know what they're thinking is there. So next time we stop by home office, I'll pick up a license plate light and a little pigtail for it. We'll fix that too along the road somewhere. There's a lot of antelope or deer are bailing across that field. Not a lot, I see 4 of them just full tilt running. Looks like deer. Careful here, are there more? Don't see any more coming here, but this is about where they crossed. And they were just booting it. Don't know if you guys could see them. Probably were too small. Should be coming into Medicine Hat here any moment now. Should be pretty darn close. I was worried about my tarps. That one that's really quite torn up. I have it on the front and there's not much overlap, so I was worried that it would flap loose, and I strapped it down like I normally do, but it stayed solid. It hasn't moved. I was worried because there's a tiny little gap between the 2 tarps. So the wind could catch that and just pull that tarp back. I threw a strap over top, about a foot back from the edge of the tarp. So if it does come loose, it's can only flap around that 1 foot. So, but no worries so far. Stayed solid. Sometimes you guys see these trucks going down the highway with tarps just flapping around everywhere. Mine don't do that. I think it's lazy tarping when you see those tarps flapping around. Or just lack of knowledge. Co-op fuel truck is turning off. Alright, where is Medicine Hat? Another 235 kilometers till Swift Current. was a fuel station before that too. Maple Creek? Where exactly is Maple Creek? We'll be in Saskatchewan. I just don't remember where. Can't just see it just by quickly looking, but if all of a sudden I feel like I can't make it to Swift Current, I'll look up where Maple Creek is and we'll fill up there. And I know for a fact a lot of those small little towns have like a little Petropass or a Esso or Shell that isn't advertised anywhere. I just have to take the time to look them up. Because the longer you can run without fueling up, the more time you save, the more weight you save, not running full tank all the time. And fueling up takes about 15-20 minutes. If you can avoid to waste that 15 to 20 minutes every 2 or 3 days, that'd be awesome. That's why when I have time, I fuel up at the end of a shift every time I can. That way there's that chance of not having to fuel up the next day. Oh, Medicine Hat's further away than I thought. I guess it's kind of in a valley too, so you don't see it until you come over one of these hills. I know I haven't found any more things to be OCD about. Those recycling signs still bother me. And Kootenai Pass, those town signs still bother me. Greenhouses. That's a lot of greenhouses there on the left-hand side. Don't see any signing advertising what they are. I guess business is good enough they don't have to advertise. Saw that horse trailer there on the left slowly creeping forward. was thinking of cutting us off. Welcome to Medicine Hat, the gas city. Yeah, there's a dead-end road right there. Those dead-end roads are always good places to park if you can turn around. $70 ahead. Give you a lot of time to slow down, do they? Well, bus is turning off. If I had a co-op card lock, I could fuel up over here. Hit set cruise control. I must have hit resume instead because it was going to go up to 100. I'm like, no, bad. It was 70 zone. Like it just went right past 70, 75. I'm like, okay, slow her down. Slow her down. All right, welcome to Medicine Hat. I think we'll leave it there for the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be unloaded, headed back. We'll see where we're headed back to, but we'll be heading back. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up. See you guys.